cosmetic fixes to look young and fresh for the holidays, tips for single parents looking to date again, and hot ways to wear all the new boot styles this year.
Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn.
Ladies, you can stop with the lunges and squats. Turns out the secret to perfect legs is actually in your bones.
That's right, and unless they're entirely straight from thigh to ankle, you may as well give up now. Because a plastic surgeon has spent 12 years analyzing photos of athletes, models, Greek statues, even Barbie dolls. And he claims the ideal gams have bones that run in a straight line from the top of the thigh through to the knee, joint, and ankle, with nips and curves at the knee and calf.
So why did he come to this conclusion? They have the winning combination of fragility and strength. If that diagram had you scratching your head, just take a look at some of these famously perfect legs. Oh, and keep rocking the heels, ladies. They'll define your calf muscles while making the ankle region appear even thinner, as if we needed an excuse.
If you're a single parent, you know it's a totally different ballgame when it comes to dating. So here are some dating tips to make sure you hit a home run. Be proud of your history. Own it, all of it, the good and the bad. Remember, your past does not define you, but it did help shape the person you are today, and it also gave you the opportunity to become a parent. And go slow. Don't introduce your new significant other to your children unless you both plan on making it official. Also, don't be afraid to pull the curtain back. By letting your date see what life is like as a single parent, it gives them an opportunity to decide if they can handle dating someone with kids.
And you also have to remember too, if you're dating somebody who has kids, there's got to be some sort of priority made when it comes to your dating life, and also boundaries when it comes to the exes.
Absolutely. It's going to come up at some point.
Leggings are a cold weather staple, but this season think beyond your basic black. Check out these hot styles from Forever 21 for inspiration. Be bold and try hot pink. You can keep these fancy pants in by checking the balancing out of the rest of your outfit with some classic neutrals. Liquid leggings are still hot this year, but for a fun twist, try metallic silver. Pair them with nude pumps so you don't compete with the high shine. Bordeaux is the it color. Snag a pair of these leggings for a look straight from the runway. Polka dots are classic and feminine. Opt for a navy pair like these. Pair them with a top in a rich color like red. And if you must wear black, try a black print. These duo-toned lace leggings are girly and fun. Add your punch of color with a bright shoe or even a bright purse. A safari print keeps things fun and funky. You'll definitely draw some attention in these.
There are so many cute boots to choose from this season, and our favorite wardrobe stylist, Melanie Pace, is here to show us what is on trend. Hey, Melanie.
Hi.
So there's a lot of choices here, and you just say boots in general the way to go right now.
That's what I love about this season, is that really anything goes. So there's going to be so many options for, you know, different personalities.
And speaking of options, we've got a ton. Let's start down here. We got the over-the-knee boot. I'm wondering about this. I don't want to end up looking like Julia Roberts. How do you pull this off?
You know, what I love about the over-the-knee boot is that we thought it was going to be something really trendy, but it keeps coming back every fall, winter season.
So it's not a trend anymore.
It's not. And you know, what we have here is we have something that's a little bit lighter tan, so it's really going to go with anything. It has a little bit of a chunkier heel, easy to walk in, and these price points are great.
Yeah.
So if you're not an over-the-knee gal, you only have, you know, you can spend $30, $40 on
just to try the look out.
Just to try the look out.
Now,
and then throw them away after the season's over.
You have a really good tip for this too, with the clothing and the jeans.
Yes, you know, make sure that you're wearing a skinny jean. Even if you tell yourself, I can't wear a skinny jean, it's really important to try to do it if you're going to do an over-the-knee boot.
Because you don't want all that bunching up at the top, right?
No, it's very unattractive.
Okay. Now, these next boots, the trend here is the color.
The color. What I love about the tan boot is that it can go with anything. Black, brown, colors. This is going to be your piece that you really want to invest in.
Okay.
Because of the color, it's going to go with everything. Here, Via Spiga, I love this brand, and it has a hidden wedge. So instead of wearing, you know, having a heel, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable.
And you get the height that we short girls love to have.
That's right.
Now, I love booties, but these do confuse me sometimes because I'm afraid it's going to cut off the way my leg looks, you know, with the length and whatnot. I mean, how do you fix that?
Well, if that's something that you are concerned with, especially, you know, for us short girls, doing a higher booty and then keeping your styling all the same color. So black tights, black leggings, or black skinny jeans that you can tuck in, and it makes your leg look like it's going on forever.
I like that. And then there's a lot of texture going on here too. We got a snake skin up here, a little sparkle.
You're gonna see tons of texture and different colors. So we have a snake skin here, we've got a suede, and then what I love about this one is that this is gonna be kind of your focal point of your outfit. So wear a t-shirt, jeans, and you know, a little black blazer, and this is gonna be your dressed up element of your wardrobe,
That's
of your
nice.
overall outfit.
Okay, so you could rock that anywhere, not just a big night out.
That's right.
Okay, the Farah boots. Tell us about these.
Okay, so the Farah boot is just a little ankle boot, and it's going to have, you know, the cowboy boot heel, easy, comfortable, and you're going to see them in a million different colors.
Love that. So lots of options to choose from.
Yes.
And now when you mentioned cowboy, we've got cowboy boots here. We've got fringe going on. This is another trend.
So cowboy boots as well as cowboy boot inspired. So you're going to see a lot of the fringe, which is a huge trend for this season. And then what I love about this boot down here is that you've got the cowboy boot look, but then it's an ankle boot. So it's easy to throw on.
Right.
It's great, and it's not as stuffy as an overall
And you don't feel like you
boot.
have to have a cowboy hat and rock the whole look. You can just have it in the shoe.
Exactly, and be careful when styling this that you don't
Okay.
do that. No cowboy boots added with your cowboy hat and all of the, the fringe jackets, and so
Too
just
many
be
trends.
careful when styling.
Okay, and then finally, quickly, we've got the rocker chic kind of look here.
Yes, rocker chic, and I love this trend for this season because it kind of brings that little edge to your outfit. So if you're more of a classic gal, this over-the-knee, simple riding boot is going to be great. If you're more of somebody that likes to take a risk, then the one with the spikes is going to be great. And then you're going to see a lot of this Victorian-inspired lace-up boot, which is so much fun.
I love it, Melanie. Thank you, as always. Great advice. And if you want to see Melanie's pics, just head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Like fashion, beauty trends come and go. Here are the latest hair and makeup styles making a comeback. Blunt bangs have returned. You can thank pinup queen Betty Page for this sex kitten bad girl look. So how do you wear the modern day version? Here's Rooney Mara. She's got them styled soft and shiny with plenty of movement. Bold brows are back too. Ally McGraw's eyebrows could have been a makeup person's oversight, whatever the case. After years of overplucked arches, women are going for bolder, bigger brows a la Brooke Shields for a more youthful look. And doll eyes are all the rage for a new spin on this trend. Take a cue from our modern-day doe-eyed celeb Zooey Deschanel. To get the look, use an eyelash curler. This will open up the eye, add big fake lashes to the top line, and finish with a thick coat of black mascara.
Well, who knows you better, your doctor or your barista? I bet your doctor doesn't know you have a venti chai latte every Saturday morning. And a new study suggests your barista is more sympathetic than your MD. Smart types at Duke University have come to the conclusion that your favorite Starbucks employee is likely to exhibit more emotional intelligence than your doctor. And here's why. Starbucks workers are well trained to listen to customers and acknowledge and respond to their complaints. Doctors have emotions too, but physicians are highly trained to recognize and treat illnesses. Medicine is their priority. The new research is based on audio recordings of doctor-patient interactions.
Our brains serve as our internal encyclopedia of knowledge, so how do we get the most out of our gray matter? Joining us this morning via Skype to help us keep mentally fit is humanist Scott Latimer. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Latimer, let's talk about keeping our brains healthy. I mean, we hear so much about heart health in the news. What about brain health?
Well, surveys of seniors indicate that while they are concerned about their physical health, many seniors are equally or more concerned about their mental activity, and it's mostly around staying independent.
And how can a person who is mentally fit keep a healthy brain and keep mentally fit?
What I recommend really is the most important thing is to start with your physical fitness. Simple walking programs, staying physically active improves circulation and is one of the most powerful ways to keep the brain sharp as well.
Now, the perception in this country is that older Americans tend to lose it when it comes to memory and cognitive thought. Is there any truth to that?
Well, it turns out that the research shows that the way people think actually evolves over time. In fact, the Stanford Center for Longevity had a study that shows that seniors tend to be, when they look at problems, they tend to be more practical about their approach to the problem. And in fact, compared to younger people, they often have just a more time spent with positive thoughts. So the way of thinking changes, but people can stay sharp throughout their lives.
So never underestimate the power of practical or positive thought, right?
Absolutely.
Now, besides a healthy lifestyle, other tips for staying mentally fit?
I'm going to give just three, because three is an easy thing for me to remember. So the first one is, this is fairly inexpensive, but I recommend everyone get a pedometer. Here's an example of the one that I wear. What it does is it's just a reminder of how many steps per day that you've taken, and walking is one of the best safe ways to stay physically fit, which is great for your brain. Second, do social things with others. Working with other people can be a great stimulation to the brain. An example would be Humana has about 24 member centers nationwide where both Humana members and others can come in, get exercise, and be physically stimulated. And finally, use technology. It's not just for the young folks. So for older individuals, getting a gadget, learning how to use it is a great way to stimulate the mind.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the technology. What other brain-specific things can older Americans do to stay sharp?
A lot of it is you can find infinite things on the internet. So a couple things, the New York Times crossword puzzle is available, great way to keep the verbal skills intact. Humana has humanasmywellbeing.com, another website with a lot of activities for individuals. My suggestion, get out there, surf the web. There's a lot of things to keep the brain moving fast.
All right, Dr. Latimer, some great advice. Thank you so much. For more information and all his tips and suggestions, just head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
There's still plenty more to come on Life Love Shopping. We've got tips to set a chic and stylish Thanksgiving table, plus the quick cosmetic fixes that will have you looking fabulous this holiday season. That's coming up next. And check out some of these show-stopping architectural projects from around the world, starting with the headquarters for the Norwegian financial group DNB along Oslo's waterfront.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away, so it is time to start thinking about food, home decor, and the table setting.
That's right, and here are Gal Time's simple steps to create an affordable yet elegant holiday get-together. Start by dressing up your basics. There's really no need to splurge on expensive new dishes for Thanksgiving. Simply top your regular plates with a crisp linen napkin and a mini pumpkin, proof that less really can be more.
Bring the outdoors inside. Autumn is ripe with beautiful elements to turn into chic, inexpensive decor. Try spray painting mini pumpkins in white or pine cones in metallic hues. And make it personal. Create a sense of intimacy during dinner by designing a centerpiece featuring friends and family. Display old family photos in frames. Think of it as a great conversation starter.
Well, between the crowded malls, visits from long-lost relatives, and the pressure of prepping holiday meals, it's no wonder we get so stressed out this time of year. So here are some ways to keep the peace. Prioritize your time. You need to understand you can't do everything, so choose the things that you can accomplish and enjoy. Shop without anxiety. It's the thought that counts. Create a holiday shopping budget and stick to it so the bills don't linger after the tinsel is gone. And ask for help. Getting your family and friends involved in the holiday preparations may alleviate the stress of doing it all on your own. And finally, put it all in perspective. Think about what the holiday really means to you and your family. Time together, religious observance. Let these aspects of the holidays keep things in perspective.
So much pressure this holiday season when it comes to entertaining and shopping, and the stress can take a toll on your beautiful face. Rachel Kay has some quick face fixes to look your best this holiday season and keep you looking good through the new year.
Want to look great in photos, even 10 years younger? Registered nurse Michelle Hartog of the Bougainvillea Clinic says it's as simple as a few injections and some peels.
There's always Botox to give you a nice, we can do the chemical brow lift with that. So by injecting the Botox in specific areas on the brow, we can actually lift your brow up and open up your eyes. So frown like you're angry. She doesn't have too much here. And then I'm just gonna treat this area right here.
Courtney Karam started cosmetic procedures as a preventative measure.
It feels like a small little pinch, not really nothing at all. I mean, I usually apply, some powder a little bit, after the treatment and go about my day.
Sometimes you'll get little things that look like little mosquito bites that usually subside in like an hour or so, not even, 15, somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour, they're usually gone.
It takes 3 to 5 days to kick in and 2 weeks to see the full effect.
Typically that frozen look is, again, everything here is dose dependent, so typically that frozen look is too much.
Botox will last 4 to 6 months.
And there's fillers as well. We can, for any of like the little laugh line folds or even some of these marionette lines that people get as we get older. And as we get older, our mouth almost seems to turn down a little bit. Looks like we're always angry or sad. So there's a couple techniques that you can put some fillers in the lips, and you can actually put some fillers right in here.
Some fillers last 6 to 9 months. Others will last up to a year.
I tell everybody a minimum of 2 weeks. 3 weeks is even a little bit better because it gives it time to settle. And it also, if we put needles in your face, we never bruise people intentionally, but when you put a needle in your face, the only way I can guarantee no bruising is no needles. So, if you do get a bruise, you want to give it time to subside. Most of the time you can cover it up with makeup.
To maintain that fresh, glowing look year-round, esthetician and registered nurse Liz Montoya recommends this.
Courtney, all right, we're gonna do your peel today. I just wanted to make sure that you haven't used any exfoliators for the last 4 days.
I have not.
For maximum results, you'll want to do a cycle of 4 peels for 3 to 4 weeks.
It feels like a slight little tingly sensation. It feels warm.
It's very subtle, the peeling. It's not like, it doesn't come off like in sheets. It's more flaky. So it's more like if you've had a sunburn almost, like, you know, that kind of flaky peeling. So I don't find it, you know, to be, you know, something that keeps me from going out and whatnot at all. And I love the way my skin looks afterwards.
I love to do it before the holidays. I usually do a really big peel, a deep peel before the holidays, like in November.
An important note about having a quick face fix is to communicate with your healthcare provider about the date of your event.
And a lot of those too we can do. We've got some that you can do, say I have an event this week and I want my skin to look great. We can tailor make a peel for whatever you need at that time.
I know what you're thinking. Are these procedures painful? Well, Michelle says the rule, we're not allowed to complain about cosmetic things, ladies. That's why we call them beauty secrets.
Well, and with all those anti-aging options, it can be really difficult to guess someone's age, but that's the point, right? If you really have to know, though, your best bet is to look at the hands. A New York plastic surgeon says to look for these signs of aging. Age spots. The hands are constantly exposed to the elements, so even those who are meticulous about slathering on the sunscreen will eventually see some spots. Translucent skin. All skin thins with age, but the hands have very little fat. Without plump tissue underneath, the skin tends to look paper thin. And deflated appearance. Without a lot of sturdy tissue, thinning of the skin begins to settle in, giving hands that kind of sunken, hollow look. Also, prominent veins on the back of the hands become much more visible. The tendons and bones become more noticeable as well. And if you're worried about this, just consult a plastic surgeon because they use many of the same face procedures on your hands as well.
Well, still more to come here on Life Love Shopping. What will be making headlines this week? A look at your week ahead coming up.
And we text anywhere and everywhere. The places you should never text and why.
Oh.
Back to Life Love Shopping. Can you walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time? Well, good for you. What about all of that, though, plus texting?
A recent study shows kids are getting hurt while texting and walking. Here are some tips to avoid bumps and bruises while you text and walk. This might sound like a no-brainer.
Oh, God.
However, do not text near hanging plants. Probably best to avoid hanging head-level items in general. But texting your way into a flower pot, probably the most embarrassing. Really text and walk, even though stopping to text seems like a much better idea. The problem, the person behind you who is also walking and texting bumps into you. Do not hold up pedestrian traffic, people. And don't text near fountains.
Love this one.
The thing about this woman is that she was walking directly at the fountain. She had to have seen it. Before you text, take a look at your surroundings. Same goes for lakes, large bodies of water, even toilets. Yes, we have to explain that to you.
And don't text near the stairs. Remember to look up. Had this woman done so, she would have seen the news crew and likely the stairs. This seems like common sense, but apparently a reminder is necessary. And don't let apps provide a false sense of security. This smartphone app is supposed to make walking and texting easier by superimposing your text over moving video of the path ahead of you.
See, that sounds like a disaster.
I know. If you can't manage without an app, you probably can't manage at all. We're just saying. I mean,
I do find that if I'm walking the dog and I'm texting, it can be a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to manage three things at once, and it's never really, no. It's
and
not.
I gotta say too, people need to keep the text to a couple of words because I know a few people who will tell you an entire story via text, and then you try to call them and they don't pick up.
Right.
What's up with that?
That's what a phone call, a conversation is for. A text is, hey, I'm running late. Hey, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
There needs to be some guidelines here.
Yes. What's going to be making headlines this week? Maybe you're looking for something fun to do.
Lisa Spooner from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, is here with your week ahead. Hey, Lisa.
Morning, ladies. Well, it's the week after the election, so it might seem a little anticlimactic, but this week is National National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. Each year, the week before Thanksgiving, a number of schools, communities, and cities take part in a nationwide effort to bring greater awareness to the problems of hunger and homelessness. And you can find out more information. Go to nationalhomeless.org for more info on how you can help. Well, yesterday was November 11th, Veterans Day, but since it fell on a weekend, today is the designated federal holiday. Veterans Day is the anniversary of the end of World War I. Be sure to find a ceremony near you. Now, not only is Wednesday Hump Day, but it's also World Diabetes Day. So be sure to wear blue to raise awareness for a disease that is increasing by a staggering rate. Thursday, the 37th annual Great American Smokeout. It encourages smokers to use the date to make a plan to quit or to plan in advance and quit smoking that day. And hey, Twihards, it's the day you've been waiting for or dreading.
My time as a human was over, but I never felt more alive.
That's right, it's the final chapter in the Twilight Saga. Breaking Dawn Part 2 marks the return of Bella, Edward, Jacob, and the rest of the gang when it hits theaters this Friday. And that's a look at the week ahead. And guys, very important question. Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Oh, Team Edward.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm fangs over fur for sure.
How about you, Lisa?
In the books, I'm Team Edward, but on the movie screen, I'll take Taylor Lautner any day.
Yeah, you know, he's delicious.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Thank you, Lisa.
Well, coming up tomorrow on Life Love Shopping, already trying to figure out what to buy the people on your holiday gift list, we will show you how to put together the perfect gift basket they're sure to love.
I love a good gift basket. Here at Life Love Shopping, we want to connect with you when we're not on TV. You can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page. You can also follow and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop. Thanks for joining us. That does it for us today.
See you next time.